What's going on, everybody? My name is Will Tran. Welcome back to another video. Today, we're gonna be talking about the 5 things that I learned shooting short films. So I've been shooting short films for pretty much 10 years of my life. I started this YouTube channel almost 11 years ago, which is crazy. The second video that I posted was a horrible action short that I did whenever I was about like 10 years old. And there are plenty of things that I learned that I think I need to pass down to you guys so you guys don't make the same mistakes whenever I first started. There you go, my English is getting better. Why am I saying that like I don't speak English? Anyways, let's start with number 1, that is you need a team. High school time was whenever I really started to crack down on making short films. I was literally doing everything. I was setting the shots, I was setting up all the lights, I was getting some random guy to hold the boom poles for me just to get some audio in there. I was directing the actors, I was writing the stories, everything like that. It's insane. Now, honestly, at a certain point in every indie filmmaker's career, that is something you're just gonna have to do. You're gonna have to start by doing pretty much everything yourself because that's all you can really do, right? But then as time goes by, more and more people who are always asking me in high school, hey, I wanna work with you, can I work with you on this, can I work with you on that? I gotta be able to do something. So in that case, that's whenever I was able to train them to do little things here and there, right? And so whenever I got to college and we started bringing on people who were really experienced at their jobs, you know, very experienced gaffers, very experienced sound mixers, everything like that, the weight was just lifted off of my shoulders. So then I could 100% focus on just camera, right? So it was really crazy. Whenever we shot our first college film called The Starbucks Affair, excuse me, I met one of the best cinematographers in the game here, and he's also a great gaffer. His name is Dylan Byrne. Whenever I met him, and we got onto the set, and so I said, here, let me get the camera set up. He says, okay, let me try something real quick. So I set the camera up, I turn it on, and I'm like, okay. And I'm like, holy shit. You know, the entire place is just decked out with lights, and it just looks beautiful. And I look at the frame, I'm like, I didn't even have to say anything. But I will say this right here, it is very hard to find very experienced people to join your projects, because think about it, the experienced people want to always be adding more to their reel. So it's gonna be harder for an experienced person to be basically willing to give up all their time and not get paid to work on your set whenever you're an amateur. So that's why you need to be making a ton of short films and getting better over time to where you get good enough and an experienced person is able to take the weight off of your shoulders whenever they see your work. Hopefully that's making sense. Yo, big apartment update. We got Wi-Fi now. It's just on the floor right now because I still don't have a whole lot of furniture in this place yet. But hey, I definitely need a haircut. But yeah, we have Wi-Fi now, so that's sick. I can actually work in this apartment now. I'm gonna get my PC here next, so that way I can just be fully operating out of this apartment now. That's gonna be sick. My room still isn't that decked out yet, but I'm gonna get some more things in here. I'm thinking I don't know why, I'm really thinking about making this room like very Japanese-esque. Like I'm gonna get like, you know, it's too stereotypical to get like a cherry blossom painting right here, you know? I'm gonna get the divider, the Japanese like the privacy screen right here, so it divides my bed from the rest of the room, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. And I also got the futon, so I mean, hey, you know, I might as well commit to the bit here. Okay, so today I'm actually gonna head back to my hometown because I gotta pick up more things, and plus my PC setup's there, so I gotta do some more work there. But I'm gonna be moving my PC to Austin over here, and once I get that here, I'm gonna be fully operating, like I said, out of this apartment in Austin. That's gonna be sick! Oh, phone charger. Don't forget that. All right, I'm holding my lav mic right now because I don't want to wear it. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is stop perpetually conceptualizing. So what do I mean by that? This is something that I did a lot back whenever I was first starting out, whenever I was in high school, actually. It's where I kept writing down a ton of ideas and never doing them. So and I totally understand why like all of us do this, because it's really, really easy to sit down and just type words on a piece of paper. I'm not saying writing stories doesn't require any skill, of course. I'm saying that it is the easiest thing to do because literally anybody can open up a Word document and start writing a script right now and right this second. Shooting films, on the other hand, and actually going into production is a completely different story, and it's a lot harder to do. I'm very sure this happens to a lot of other people too. It's because whenever we write out some sort of crazy awesome story that we want to do, and then we start to look at the production and what that's gonna cost and what, like both financially, mentally, and physically, and then we just get scared. And then we go back to conceptualizing, right? And then we write another script, and then we're like, oh, this is gonna be so cool. And then we look at what this is gonna cost and how much time and effort it's gonna take us, and we're like, oh, shit. Okay, go back to writing. And then this vicious cycle continues. This is something that I've seen both in myself and a lot of beginner indie filmmakers, and inaction is obviously what kills everything. So many people are just trying to conceptualize and they never actually execute. So always trying to think, okay, I'm gonna write this film. What is the next step? What is the next step? The final end goal. What is the end goal? Hopefully it's to actually make the film and get it out there. Always forward. Always be thinking forward, guys. Don't get stuck in this loop of perpetually conceptualizing. Anyways, I gotta get back home before the traffic gets horrible because you guys know Austin traffic. So see you guys back at home. We are back in the hometown, and of course the first thing that I did was start editing because I have a lot of work that I need to catch up on. All of this right here will be moved back to Austin in a couple of days from now. And the next thing I want to talk about is scaling down. So this actually bleeds over from my last point where I said stop perpetually conceptualizing. For a really long time, what I would do is whenever I'm conceptualizing the next short or the next film that I wanted to make, what I would always do is just write the most extravagant film that I can make. Like, oh, I need like 20 guys to beat up. I need to throw some guys through windows. I want to kick down doors. I want to break down walls or something like that. And of course, what happened is I would never make it because after all that time of building up something that's so extravagant, and then you get to the point of like, okay, how am I actually going to do it? Oh man, I can't do it. Oh, okay, well, now let me go back to writing another extravagant script. And then again, the perpetual cycle continues. Like I said, it bleeds over from constantly perpetually conceptualizing. So scale down, because whenever you scale down, then that hurdle of, you know, fear and anticipation of like, oh, this is gonna be a hard film to make becomes a lot easier because it's a small project. And so you can get that project out to the world a lot faster. And if it fails, if it flops, oh, it's fine. It's just a small project, and so therefore, like, if it fails, it's not that big of a deal. Even though recently I've been shooting a lot of like high budget films and stuff like that, quote unquote high budget films, like I still do no budget films. So like the most recent one we did was that kung fu fight scene that you guys seem to really like. It wasn't the highest budget thing, but it was still, you know, fairly successful, like, because you guys seem to like it. Always at first scale down so you can at least break the cycle of perpetually conceptualizing and then taking pride in the fact that you actually shot something, you actually did something. Albeit it was small, you still did it. Which is miles ahead of the people who just keep writing things over and over again and then throwing that script in the trash and then just writing another one. Break the cycle, guys. Scale down, create smaller projects, and build up your experience as you go. This is always the most grueling part right here. Just waiting for the export to finish. My PC is actually only a Ryzen 5. I need to get a Ryzen 7 quite soon, but you know, luckily Ryzen 7s have been going down in price, but you know, gotta get a Ryzen 7 quite soon so I can speed up my editing process. Oh yeah, also by the way, follow me on Instagram at The Filmmakers Code. That's the filmmaking course that I run's Instagram, and I post all the free content there too, in short form content if you don't like watching these long content form videos right here. Long form content videos. I swear I have dyslexia. Okay, let's talk about number 4. And number 4 is, why do I always do this? I keep forgetting. Okay, number 4, mindset is key. I said this in the last video, mindset is a double-edged sword. Your mindset is what will make or break you, I'm telling you. So if you're constantly telling yourself that I can do this, I will be able to do this, you can do absolutely anything. And that includes filmmaking, right? If you're always telling yourself, I will be a better cinematographer, I will learn, I will commit to this, you're going to be the greatest cinematographer in the game. But if you're constantly telling yourself, oh, I'm not trying, haha, I just like to make jokes, I like to laugh at pretty much everything, I just want to make a whole lot of jokes, you're gonna make jokes, and you're not going to succeed. And like I said, I've seen that in a lot of beginner filmmakers who just try to lie to themselves and say, oh, I'm just making jokes, I'm not trying. No, it's not that you're not trying, it's just that you don't want to learn the skill. Now, one of the greatest examples of this is my boy, Caden Van Cleve. He's always actually commenting in the comments down below. Yeah, I am shouting him out right here. Whenever I first saw his videos, when he came up to me and he asked me for some critique and something like that, Caden, I'm sorry, I can tell that it was like, oh, I just wanted to make jokes. If I'm completely wrong, tell me in the comments below. But I saw it was like, oh, I want to make jokes. I told him, take yourself out of this joke mindset and focus on, hey, I'm going to be better. I'm going to get better. When he did that, he started making videos and films that were just like absolutely mind-blowing. Like some of his recent work, you should check it out right now. It's insane looking. That can show you guys how much mindset really matters. And Caden, really big shout out to you, man. You've been really killing it, so keep it up. So come on guys, take yourself seriously. If you don't take yourself seriously, I'm just gonna say it, don't call yourself a filmmaker if you just wanna constantly make jokes. I suck at talking off the cuff. Like, I realize that now. I used to be really good at it whenever I was a kid, whenever I was first making videos, but now I think I've been reading off teleprompters too much to where I've lost that touch. Okay, thank God I have been seeing clouds outside in the sky, because I haven't seen a single cloud in like 4 months now. Texas weather, man, I'm telling you, it's been 140 degrees, 140. It's been 105 or 104 degrees for the past like 30 days. Like, it's horrible, I'm telling you. You know what's funny? I still haven't gone swimming, mainly because I don't have a swimsuit. I need to go get one, but geez, this weather is ridiculous. Boom, just uploaded the short to Instagram. Looking good, follow the Instagram right here. I actually want to read some of your comments because I haven't read a whole lot of comments in a while, actually. Let's see here. I got a lot of comments on the Red Komodo X video, so let's see what you guys are saying over there. Jay Manchester says, great video. I'm still running the OG Komodo and renting the Raptor from time to time. That is sick, man. I actually haven't tried the Raptor yet. I've heard some pretty cool things about it. Jordan Elliott McClure says, good video, definitely would like to see the full review on the Komodo X. Subscribe. Thanks for the sub, Jordan. Definitely will be getting onto that full review in a bit. I need to do some more research before I do that. What state are you in? Arizona? Beautiful city. No, I'm actually in Texas. It is burning hot over here, man. Like I said, 104, 105 degrees for the past 30 days. It's insane. The Awesome Fossum, what's up, man? How the heck did you get your hands on a Red? How much is this model? Last I looked at Red cameras, they were like tens of thousands of dollars. They're very, very expensive. Well, you can actually get DSMC 1 and 2 bodies for like relatively cheap now, for maybe like a couple $1,000s. But DSMC 3, yes, is the newest, so therefore it's the most expensive. But the camera shop I work at, we got the Komodo X in very early, so I got to just play around with it for a bit. Robert Ruffo, 2134. To give you guys reference for this comment, I was talking about the compression ratios on the Komodo X and how I didn't like how they simplified the compression ratios from DSMC2 bodies. Robert says it's not to dumb it down that compression ratios are limited. It's because the hardware is hard-coded for each compression ratio. If they offered 12, it would be 12 chips and more weight and costs and heat and so on. The DSMC2 and 1 cameras used a software compression that did not involve dedicated chips. The compression type is also different. Very good information right here by Robert. That's something I legitimately did not know. I thought that DSMC3 was like more catered to like the indie filmmaker and the new kind of filmmaker-ish, and so they just dumbed it down right there. But no, that makes a ton of sense that like, hey, it's a completely different system, so different software and different compression type. So again, thanks for the comment, Robert. I learned something from you. Leave comments down below. I'm gonna read some more in the next video. Okay, bro, this is what just, oh, this is annoying. Okay, if you know me, I really like rain, and I just left Austin to come back home for a bit, and look at this. See, ready for this? Look, you see the map? It starts raining in Austin, like right when I leave. I've been in Austin for like 2 weeks, and it didn't rain once. It didn't rain once. The minute I leave, it starts raining. I bet you know what? I bet you, like, this is exactly what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go back to Austin, like in a couple of days from now. And then whenever I go back to Austin, it's gonna start raining here in my hometown. That's exactly what's gonna happen. And it's gonna still be burning at like 200 degrees in Austin. Anyways, the fifth and final tip that I have about learning about shooting films, about shooting short films, is have fun. It's that simple, guys. Short films is supposed to be fun. It's a learning experience. And like, as you guys know, it's that cheesy quote. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. So always constantly be learning and have fun while you're doing it. There are going to be times where it's going to stress you out. There are going to be times where you're going to be like, why do I want to do this? Why am I doing this? I'm tired. Like my brain has exploded into millions of pieces. It's oozing out my shoes. Try your best to have as much fun as you can while you shoot short films because look, I'm going to be honest, learning to shoot films and learning how to make films is going to be hard. And it's going to take a lot of work. Now, to actually alleviate how hard it is to learn how to shoot cinematic films, be sure to check out our brand new $27 mini cinematography course in the top right corner and in the first link in the description below. This mini course covers the 7 fundamentals of a cinematic image that everybody needs to know to get themselves off the ground when it comes to shooting cinematic shots. And with that, that's the end of this video. If you made it to the end, I appreciate you very much. Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Literally 95% of you watching are not subscribed. I hate to pull that YouTube analytics card on you guys, but that's literally what's going on here. 95% of you are not subscribed. Hit that subscribe button there. I'm always hitting you guys up with content. I'm really starting to crack down on the YouTube game right now. So hit the subscribe button. We got a lot more awesome content to come. But if you have any more questions, please let me know, and I'll see you in the next video.